Hi, we're the Ocean Going Robots ECE Senior Capstone Design Team. Our team consists of Malachi Fisher, Grayson Lewis, Miles Drake, and Samuel Barton. Our project is to develop a system to measure wave swell amplitude, direction, and period from a Slocum G3 glider as it floats on the surface of the ocean while consuming a minimal amount of power.
Our goals from over the break were to continue working on the STM32 and the SD interface, to work on the design of the SD card board, to meet once to discuss plans for the coming term, and to relax and recharge.
So since the last check-in, I have made progress on the STM32 micro SD card software interface. I've gotten them to connect using the SD interface on the 1-wire bus, and I'm working so that that can be expanded to the 4-wire bus. Progress has been made on the micro SD card board. I have the general design finalized. I need to finish the schematic design and parts procurement. So to do, I'm going to complete the schematic for the micro SD card interface board and order it. And I'm going to order my connectors and the ribbon cable.
My block is the interface with the Xsense MTI3 IMU. I tested the block with the development kit supplied Arduino shield, which is a Arduino shield that houses this little sensor so that you can test it with the Nucleo board. I created an electrical schematic of the block. I drafted the block validation document, and I also wrote the test procedures. Still remaining to do is to build the circuit on a proto board and test the block as it was implemented on the proto board, as well as review and implement the feedback on my block validation document, and then confirm the testing procedures for this block with the instructor.
So over the past couple of weeks, the main progress that I've made has been making a schematic for the STM32 microcontroller. As of right now, what I've got is all the DC power pins and the capacitors needed in order to make sure that we limit the noise from the power supply. I'm still looking into the total number and specific I/O pins that we're going to be needing for all the SPI interfaces, as well as RS-232 interfaces, and which I/O pins will be going to our power management block. I'm also looking into making some better and more accurate validation methods, considering that this block interfaces with a lot of other blocks that aren't quite yet finished. So I'm going to talk to the instructors about that, and then also look into how we're going to be able to program this block using USB.
So my block is the buck regulator power supply. And I had already finished the schematic for this last term from the tech demo. But this term, I just finished the block validation draft, and I changed the schematic to have a Vout of 3.3 volts instead of the 5 volts from the tech demo. And I looked over the efficiency of the chip, and I calculated some worst case scenarios of voltage level and power consumption. And I also wrote up a thorough testing plan for the buck regulator section of the circuit. Additionally, we had planned on using the TPS 54232 chips because they're available at the tech store. But after further review, I realized that the TPS 54233 actually has much better efficiency. So I ordered some of those on DigiKey.
We've also established our meeting times for this term. We will have our weekly meetings on the whole team on Fridays at 4 p.m. That'll be with both the CS teams as well as project partners. We'll also have ECE team meetings on Wednesdays at 6:30 and throughout the week as needed. And then we will also be having bi-weekly Zoom meetings with Dawn on Fridays at 10 a.m.
Our goals for the next week are to keep working on our blocks individually, we're going to meet up with the entire team, so the CS team and the project partners, and give a status update and just check in. We're also going to be doing a check-in with Don, and we're going to be honoring Martin Luther King Jr.